and physical health. We're going to be doing all of that on this platform on the Coco McMillan Show. So go ahead and like and share with your friends today, and let them know that you're going to spend this next hour with me. I'm so excited what we have lined up for you this evening. For the last couple of weeks, as you know, we've been having the show, and we've had some fabulous guests on the show. We had In Front, we've had Mr. Aaron McCoy, we've had Cynthia Jones, also Kim Person. We've had Mr. Keith Wonderboy Johnson was supposed to be on last week, but we had some technical difficulties, but he would definitely be back to premiere on the show. So last week, we just kind of talked about life in general. I shared some of my experiences of being an artist and some of the things I went through, and trust me, there's been a lot, so I have a lot more to share. But just kind of giving you an idea of some of the things that I went through, and I'm still standing. Just to let you know, it may not be easy in anything that you're doing, in entertainment, in business, in social media, in mental health, but you can do it with the strength of the Lord. So that's what I'm here for you. This platform is for you. If you want to be a part of the show, please reach out to me. You can contact me at my email address. It will be running on the screen. It is Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com. Again, Coco McMillan Music at gmail.com. Please visit me on my website at www.cocomacmillan.com. So make sure you reach out to me. I'm visible. I talk to you. I'll laugh with you. I'll cry with you. I just want to be here for you. So again, help me help you reach your destiny. So with that said, tonight, we have an amazing show lined up for you. Tonight, this first person that I want to introduce is a good friend of mine. I've met him several years ago, Mr. Melvin Griffin. He is a native of Raleigh, North Carolina. He is a singer, a songwriter, a praise and worship leader. He is the praise and worship leader for Crown Ministries here in Raleigh, North Carolina, under Ambassador Sharon Edmonds. He's also performed at the international. He's the international psalmist for the Sage Ministry. He's a part of that, and he's featured on the Word Network numerous of times. I hope that you've seen that show. He's married to a wonderful friend of mine named Miss Vita Griffin. They have 3 beautiful children. He is an Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporator, and he has the album that's out. It's called, the name of the album is 8, but the single is called Watch Me Win. I want to introduce to you this afternoon my friend, Mr. Melvin Griffin, as we bring him on.
Hey,
Melvin!
what's going on, Coco?
How you doing? I'm good. How
I'm
are
awesome.
you?
I'm blessed. I'm so honored to be on this show today, for sure.
I thank you for coming on the show. I'm so excited, for you. I've been knowing you for a
Oh
long
yeah.
time, just watching your ministry and just seeing how things are going for you and opening up. I'm just excited what God is doing for you, Melvin. Oh
Oh,
my
thanks
God.
so much.
So how long has it been since I've seen you? I think it's been
Oh man, it's been some years. It's been a little while since we've seen each other. But
yeah.
man, I'm saying it. Every time we talk, and you always encourage me. I encourage you. We just,
Yeah.
we vibe. So
Yes.
it's like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, we do, and I love that. So, for the people that do not know Melvin, why don't you tell us of something about yourself? Where are you from? How did you get started in the music business, and what made you get started in the music business? Why don't you tell us about that?
Wow. So yeah, I'm originally from Eastern North Carolina. So
Okay,
grew up in a small town, man.
okay.
I'm sure no one ever. Well, some people know, but it's called Hobgood, North Carolina. I'm saying
How-
it's like one of those towns where you blink and it's over. You know. So every time I say I'm from Hobgood, the first thing people say is who? Like,
right.
oh, who? But anyway, yeah. So small town, grew up, big family, real close knit family, and went to college. Yeah, I did. I played Jamaica Sci-Fi.
Okay.
And salute to all my brothers out there. Um, but when I was young, I used to listen to my mother. Man, she could sing like no other, and I tried to
Wow.
mimic her. So I can remember, one day I was like, man, I got it. I know what you did, and I got it. And I was probably about 5 or 6 at that time. And
Wow.
there was a couple runs that she used to do, and I finally got them. And I
Do
was,
one for us.
huh?
Do one for us.
Uh, Man, see, you put people on the spot, man.
You should have said it.
Like she'll be like, Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All is good and perfect come from you. You're the heart of my contentment. Hope for all I do.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, you're the center of my joy.
All right now.
One of those.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah, so and so I started when I was in college. My brothers had a group. They were living in Vegas. They
Okay.
moved back here, and I joined a group called Brothers in Unity (BIU). And
Okay.
we started singing. I was super shy though. You know what I'm saying? I used to
Really?
be shy. Yeah, man. When I was young, I used to be so shy. I would have to go into another room to sing for people. How crazy is that? But
Really?
so I was super shy. But they kind of helped me to break out of it, and we traveled and
Yeah.
made records and did some really great things in the industry, and you
Wow.
know I recently I'm still with the group, but I want to do a solo. I've been getting a lot of prophecies about doing a solo record and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everything. And so I wanted to branch out and do a solo record to see how it went. And I
Yeah.
started doing 8, man. And whew, man, it's
Wow.
a lot of ups and downs when you go from being in a group where you depend on other people to take up the slack and in your
Yes.
weaker areas, you know what I'm saying? And when
Yes.
you start doing the thing solo, it's like everything is on you.
You on
You
your
gotta
own.
do all the talking. You
Right.
gotta do everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
it's some ups and downs with doing the solo thing versus being used to being in a group for sure.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. So when you used to watch your mother, sing, at that point, is that when you knew that's what you wanted to do? That was your passion
Yeah.
as you
Well, you
watched
know
her?
what? I always loved singing, but you know, I come from people that are kind of practical and they like practical jobs, and so even though my dad was an entrepreneur, but you know what I'm saying, he when he was young he wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
So he never got a chance to go to college and stuff. He had to do some other things, but
Right.
so I wanted to be a doctor. So I actually went to college. I went pre-med, and I graduated with a pre-med degree. But
Wow.
my singing passion
Your
kind of took over,
passion.
you know. And
Yes.
instead of going to medical school, at the time we actually got a record deal. So I'm
Right.
like, I'll do that. I'll do my music. I want to pursue my music.
Right, right. And I mean, and I understand. I mean, and I think that's the way with most families. They want you to have a steady job, something
Yeah.
that's dependable, because with music and entertainment, it's
Oh
up and
yeah.
down. You could be
Oh
working for a
yeah. Up
couple
and
of weeks.
down.
Next couple of weeks, you like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So, you know,
Exactly.
I get it. I get it, because again, most of the artists go through that. Now, when you talk about musical inspiration, who was your musical inspiration, and why?
Okay, well, other than my the first one was my mom, but like I
Uh-huh.
said, she was like the most phenomenal singer I ever met, to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, I have so many influences. So, I did start out with a group, so I was real heavy into like commission. Man,
Ooh,
that
yes.
was my group. And I was good with the whinings. Everybody's a Marvin Winans fan. Like the people that you fans of are fans of Marvin Winans. So like, it's like everyone is a fan of Marvin Winans.
Right.
I'm, big fan of actually Kirk Franklin is a big influential person for it. I like his approach to how he writes. I like his approach to his
Yeah.
arrangements. But not just on the gospel side, but I was influenced by Jodeci, by Boys the Men. I was
Uh-huh.
influenced, don't shoot me, but I was influenced by R. Kelly too there because I think he is a phenomenal writer. I think he's a phenomenal musical genius. Now,
Uh-huh.
outside of all the other stuff that he has going on, but I
Right.
think, so, I've been influenced by, a lot of people in different genres. I
Mhm.
listen to, people and, I
Yeah.
just love music.
Right, and that's the beauty of just loving music. Now,
Yeah.
you named some artists there, and I know that you've worked with
Mhm.
several artists that even coming to your church at Crown Ministry. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Leandra been there. Name
Yeah.
some of the artists that's been
Wow.
affiliated with the church.
Okay, now when I was with my group, Brothers in Unity. Now we have actually probably sang with everybody in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Been on the
Yeah.
ticket with everybody. But as far as like uh to the coming to the church, man, we have had Leandrew, Ernest Pugh, Jay Moss.
Yeah,
Man, I'm saying basically a lot of people. I'm
a
saying
lot
like
of
Terry
people.
Clark here. Vicky Winans, Vicky Yohe. I'm saying
Yeah,
like I could keep naming people for days. You know what I'm saying? So and it's always a pleasure to watch people and watch
right.
them in their element because you can learn some things from watching other people. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
How they command the crowd, how they transition between songs, how
Right.
a lot of the little things that can take you from a 70, 80 percenter to a 95%. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So, I get joy when, listening to, other people, other artists.
That's awesome. And we talk about that all the time because that's one of the questions, I like to ask other artists, if you watch other artists perform and what you take out of it, like, can you learn from them? And I
Oh, yeah.
think it's important because you can.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you I know that you performed on the Word Network.
Mhm.
You've been doing some amazing things. I think a part of Sage Ministry as well.
Yeah.
Tell us, the album that you just finished. I know you just finished the project. You have a
Mhm.
single out that's called
Watch me win.
"Watch Me Win." Tell us a little bit about that song.
Okay, so the record that was originally is called Eight, right? And
Mhm.
eight is the number of a new beginning.
Right.
So I wanted to kind of play off that because I was going from being in a group to doing a solo record. So it was kind of like a new beginning for me. Because of all the differences, you
Right.
know, with everything. But the song "Watch Me Win," man, it was a song that I wrote it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It came to me. I just wanted to write a song that could inspire, that could motivate, that could encourage people that were feeling down.
Hmm.
To
Yeah.
know that look, sometimes you get knocked down.
That's
Life is a fight.
that's right.
And sometimes you get knocked down. But
Yes.
but you still gonna win. Because God said, I'm more than if I be for you, I'm more than the whole world against you. So,
Yes.
at the end of the day, you don't win every battle, but
Right.
you can win the war. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you got Jesus, if you got God on your side, you're gonna win.
That's
You're gonna win. So, I thought about it and I'm like, so in my book, it say, even when it seems like I'm losing, I'm
yeah.
still winning. I'm in the middle of a fight, but I knew I would win from the beginning. I get knocked down sometimes, but the
Yes.
victory is still mine. I know that it's tough, but I was made for this. Now watch me win. I know it's tough out here.
Mm-hmm.
Life is tough, but you were made for this. He don't put more on you than you can bear.
That's
He
right.
he, he only give his toughest trials to his toughest soldiers. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So if you going through something, that only means you can go through it, and you gonna win. You gotta just keep the faith and stay optimistic.
That's
You
right.
know. So yeah, so that song, man, and actually, like I was, talking to you before the show, the song, a lot of people don't know the song is actually on a movie. It's an upcoming movie called Dogfight 2.
Okay.
Um, it's on
Hold that thought right there for a second. Before we talk about the movie, do you mind if I just play a little clip of the song for the viewers? So this is called Watch Me Win by Melvin Griffin. It's just a little bit on here, but we want you to go out and make sure you buy the single.
Yeah,
It is on all digital networks. So Mark, if you could just play a little bit of that single for me, that would be great.
I get knocked down sometimes. Succeed. So now, watch me win. Even when you think I'm losing, I'm still winning. Watch me win. In the middle of a fight, but I knew I would win from the beginning. Watch me win. I get knocked down sometimes.
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Really, I love it. Watch me win. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, that's it right there. So you said this single is featured in a Netflix movie, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the first movie was called Dogfight.
Okay.
And it just so happened to be like one of the most watched original documentary movies on Netflix in Netflix history. So it
Wow.
talks about the journey of a guy that does the MMA type bare knuckle fighting. I
Okay.
actually met him. Name is Dada 5000, and he fought somebody, a guy named Kimbo Slice. A lot of people know who Kimbo Slice is, but
Okay.
he passed later. But I met him, and we talked, and he asked if I had a song that could match his journey, and I'm like,
Okay.
man, I got a song that I can that goes right with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, Watch Me Win fits everybody. It can fit
Everybody.
anybody on any area. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Everybody has a fight in some type of way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Yes.
life is a fight itself. So at the end of the day, you can tell the people, your naysayers, the people that's rooting for you, the people that's not rooting for you, whoever. Look, if you stay in there and look at me long enough, you can watch me win. You,
Watch me win.
you know what I'm saying? Um,
Yes.
I'm looking at the glass half full instead of looking at it half empty. I'm gonna
Woo!
win. You
You
know
better
what I'm
say
saying?
it.
I don't even care if I'm in the part of the glass that's half empty. I'm looking at the half full part. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so that's what you should do in life, man. I just wanted to make a song, like I said, that could inspire people, that could encourage and motivate people to know that no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, no matter what you thinking at that time,
Yeah.
you gotta know that God is for you, and all things work out for the good
For the
of those
good.
who love God, man.
That's
It's
right.
gonna work out for you.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And sometimes you get knocked down. People get knocked down all the time.
Yes.
And but that doesn't mean that it's over. You
That's
might
right.
be delayed, but it's not denied. You know?
You better say it.
And, because with this pandemic and everything, man, a lot
Yes.
of people have suffered, man. People have lost loved ones. People have lost employment. People have lost their faith. And I
Right.
just wanted to, make a song that could try to, get a little bit of that faith back for you,
Yes.
you know? because
Yes,
people lacking faith right now.
that's true.
That's one of the things that's needed. More faith to know that it's when in order to go to a higher mountain, you got to go to a valley.
That's right. That's
You know,
right. That's
so
right.
right now the whole world is kind of in well, and I can't say that everybody in the valley because for some people the pandemic have been a come up.
Right.
Because even in music, the pandemic allowed a lot of people to kind of level out the playing field some.
Right.
Because a lot of, you used to traveling and you had, people had 180 shows on the books
Yes.
for the next year and a half. And once that pandemic hit, that 180 turned to 18. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because,
Right.
and now you got to find a new way to survive, a new way to uh, cope with what's going on.
Right.
It
Right.
kind of put a lot of people in a more even playing field. So
Hmm.
yeah,
And you're right. And like you said, it allowed even some people that didn't have an opportunity to have a
yeah,
platform to do their music or to share their
yeah.
music, especially with social media.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so many ways now that you can just kind of promote
yeah,
yourself that we may would have not had that opportunity before.
exactly.
So
Yep.
I'm grateful for that. Melvin, this has been so excited. You have really blessed me,
No.
with what you've shared, your story, and just your words of encouragement about watch me win. Now
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have that in my spirit. Watch me win, no
Watch me
matter
win.
what. No matter what. And we're going to bring you back a little later to talk
Okay.
a little bit more about you, but we want you to go out and support Mr. Melvin Griffin with
For
that
sure.
single. You heard the testimony. You heard what the sermon that he gave you
Oh
about
man.
watching him win. So let's go out. Let's support my brother, and you do the same thing. You look in the mirror and say, "Hey, watch me win." You telling
Watch me
yourself
win.
that. So we want to encourage you
That's right.
this evening with that. Watch me win. Thank you so much, Melvin. We're going to bring you back just a little later in the show. I love you, brother. You're fabulous. That was Mr. Melvin Griffin, praise and worship leader for Crown Ministry under Pastor Sharon Edmonds. He has a single out called Watch Me Win on all digital networks. Please go out and support Mr. Melvin. That was awesome. I mean, that he really touched my spirit with his message. And with that, this next young gentleman that I had a chance to meet and work with, I met him, I think, a couple of years ago. His name is Tevis Harris. He is from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. He is a singer, a songwriter, a worship leader, producer, a choir director. He's been working with Bishop, he's worked with Bishop F.C. Barnes and Company, as well as Pastor Luther Barnes and the Redbud Choir. He has a single that's out. His album is called Keep Winning. Now, check this out, y'all. Now, you just heard Melvin with his song, Watch Me Win. Now, Tepis' album is called Keep Winning. So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you something that the night that this show is meant for you to encourage you, watch me win and keep winning. I want to welcome tonight Mr. Dr. Tevis Harris. If you would come on, we'll bring him on right now. Tevis! If you can take it off of mute, then
What's
there
up,
we go.
Coco?
Hi, Tevis. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's
Oh,
good to see you again.
I know, same here. It's been what, maybe a couple years now?
I think about 2 years. I think it may have been it may have been a year. Uh,
Yeah, maybe.
2019,
Yeah, maybe just be
December
closer.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been about a year, give or
Yeah.
take.
So let me tell you guys something. So, like I said, I met Tavis,
Uh-oh.
Tavis
Uh-oh. Here we go.
at this
Trouble.
event. This event that Mr. H.D. Pope hosts every year during the Christmas holidays. And so I was the special guest for this event. And we were at sound check, and I did my sound check and all things. So I'm sitting out with some of the girls out in the foyer area, and then all of a sudden, I hear this voice saying, what was Lord, deliver me. I said, wait, what? I was like, hold on. So I'm running to try to get back in there to see who is this singing? And I look on stage and it's you with your group. I think the group is called Favor.
The group is called Favor. Yeah.
Oh my God. So when I tell you I had a great time that night, just watching his ministry, just working with the group, with Mark Green and Bonita.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. So it was so awesome and amazing working with you guys. Tavis,
Oh man, we had an incredible time that night.
Yes.
We had an incredible time. You showed out, man. I'm gonna tell you, the Spirit of God fell so heavy in that place. It was crazy.
It was crazy. It was
phenomenal, man. You hit the stage, and it was like heaven came down. Oh my God! Like it was mad crazy in the house that night, man.
It was awesome, and I think during that sound check that we had, it just kind of set the atmosphere.
It really
because
did.
the Spirit of the Lord was even in sound check. And that's what I love, working with people that's, knowing that it's not about us. It's about God.
Absolutely, man. When I was asked to sing background for you that night, I was like super excited. I was like, you want me to sing behind Coco? What?
You did.
Oh man, it was just a good time, man. I just had a
And you know what I loved about you? You know what I loved about you? Because you sung background for me, and you still got up there and performed with your group. Kind of, I'm not singing no background because with her. You didn't do any of that. You just oh man.
Listen, I just believe like in these times, we got to be willing to help each other out. And if you are one of those people who don't want to help somebody when they need help, what do you think people are going to do to you when you need help?
That's it.
Believe in sowing because in the meantime you're going to reap a harvest. And so I believe in helping people and doing what I can to support people and encourage people because I want that same thing to happen to me. I want their support and I want their encouragement. And look what happened. I'm back tonight on the Coco McMillan show. Who knew what happened? I didn't know, but I thank God for the opportunity.
Thank God, and I'm so delightful that you accepted my invitation.
Absolutely.
And so,
Absolutely.
and tell the viewers, Tevin, just tell us a little bit about you, like where, when, how did you get started in the music business? What made you pursue music?
Oh man, so listen, I grew up singing in the local Baptist church. Probably that's everybody's story, right? But I grew up singing in the local Baptist church, Mount Olive Baptist Church on 43 Highway here in Rocky Mount, where I stay. And then I had, I just had the opportunity to sing with legendary greats like Bishop F.C. Barnes and company. The rough side of the mountain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that song, right? Everybody knows that song. And then, of course, Luther Barnes and the Redbud Gospel Choir and Luther Barnes and the Restoration Gospel Choir. So, I've been singing for a long time, but, basically ever since I can remember anyway. Background, for several artists, but my brother and friend, Mark Green, came to me one day and he said, Tevis, you need to record, you need to get in the studio. And, people have said that to me for years, but, I didn't feel God had called me to that yet. Right.
Yeah.
And, I had sang, I was very talented in school. I found out I was talented in school. My music teacher, Miss Annette Brown called me to come and sing for different things. And I was just excited. But one morning while I was at a worship clinic back in 2019, sponsored by Miranda Curtis, Responsible Worship. So I had been going to her Responsible Worship clinics for about 2 years at that point, maybe this was the third one of that I had been to. But
Okay.
very last day, Miranda prayed for like everybody in the room, right? And when she got to me, she said, and she stopped and she said, God is about to awaken the creative in you.
Wow.
She said to me, and you know, I can't wait to tell her how she ministered to me, and now all of this is coming forth, right? And she said, God is about to awaken the creative in you. You will write songs that will encourage the nation. She said, get ready.
Ooh.
Prayed heaven down. But she had prayed for everyone that day. But she stopped me. And this is what she said to me. She pointed to me and she said those things. So ever since then, I've been writing songs, and I decided to shoot my shot in the music industry. I decided to do it. Mark opened his studio to me, and I released my first single, Fight, which is on all digital outlets. If digital platforms, you can find it anywhere you listen or buy music.
Yes.
But released my first single, Fight, back in August of 2019. And this is actually my second single off the upcoming album called
Wow.
Here I am today. I'm shooting my shot in the music industry. Let's get it.
You did it. You did it. You doing it. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm telling you, when I met you, I was just so like amazed. I was like, listen to him. Like, you can hit every range, like octave and all this stuff. Like, that is a blessing.
Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time, man. I'm telling you, it's been a long time. I've been singing for quite some time, and I really enjoyed the opportunity to minister behind you that night. It was just an incredible opportunity.
Awesome. To God be the glory. Now, who are some of your musical inspirations?
Oh man, listen, I had a hunch that you would ask me that. Let me say though, and I know probably everybody says this, but for me, Kurt Franklin is a musical inspiration, and here's why. Kurt Franklin inspires me because of the freedom that he walks in his music.
Right.
From the onset, Kurt challenged the status quo, and he continues to do so. It inspires me daily to walk in, that freedom that God has so graciously and unapologetically given us.
Yes.
Because God has not given us the spirit of fear, and he has called us to freedom. And so Kurt Franklin inspires me, daily, man, because this man, he changed the industry by himself.
Yes.
Industry, gospel doesn't look one way anymore.
Right.
Gospel has several different sounds, several different genres. Gospel is anything that we make it, because we are the church. We are
the church.
We sing the songs of God. We bring the sound that God wants to hear. But also, I love Jonathan Nelson. I'm a choir guy now. Listen, praise team, bring up the church choir. I want everybody to be involved. Right. I want everybody to be up there. I want to see y'all perform. I want y'all to sing heaven down. But right now, look, Jonathan Nelson, Donald Lawrence, Kurt Carr, Richard Smith, of course, John P. Key. He's from North Carolina.
Yes.
Al Walker, Ricky Dillard.
Yes.
And my homeboy Todd Delaney. I love his music. Those are some of my other inspirations. But here locally, Luke Barnes has been a big inspiration to me. He's from Rocky Mountain, and he's a legend. Music has basically inspired people all over the world. He writes hits after hits all the time.
Yes.
He definitely inspired me and coached me and helped me throughout my formative years of music.
Oh, that's awesome. And so, being under Pastor Barnes, and what you learn and taken out of everything that he has, all the nuggets that he's given you. So when you're working with your group Favor, do you give them that same advice? Are you tough on them? Do y'all have constant rehearsals? Tell me about that.
So with the group Favor, I'm a guy who works in grace and love. It really does. It wins. It wins. I work in grace and love. And, I'm a natural teacher. By profession, I'm an educator. I've been in education about 17 or 18 years. Okay. And I'm a school administrator here in North Carolina. I work for Edgecombe Public Schools, but I'm a teacher by nature, right? So I'm able to easily teach people things, without having to throw shoes and the Maddie Moss Clark kind of thing.
Okay, that's how I grew up, the Maddie Moss.
Listen, I know. And Luther was tough. He was tough. I remember one time we were in the studio and I was singing, I was doing my background part or something like that. And I messed up one time. Just one time. Luther was so mad with me, man. He was like, it's costing me money. It's costing me money. Let's get it. So, but I don't have to do that. I operate in grace and love, and I'm the kind of person or the kind of musical director or teacher. I work with you until you get it.
That's good.
I would a child in the classroom or a teacher that I'm coaching. I work with them. I support them. I scaffold them. So that's how I work with my group. But I also let them know, here's what we got to do to be professional. And here's the standard that we have to have in order to be the professionals that we want to be. So.
Right.
Grace and love is my thing. Grace and love.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know if you was one of the, because look, I've gotten hit in the head a couple times with the shoe growing up in college. Oh my God, I girl Keisha Monk. I mean, well, yeah, she would just anything that she could find, and she would do that when you're doing good and when you're doing bad. So you don't know if you was wrong or right.
And they just want you to do it better. Like sometimes you don't know, like you said, you don't know if you're wrong or you don't know if you're right. What you did, but they want you to do it better. But listen, grace and love is my thing. Grace and love. I don't be throwing those shoes at anybody. Now it'll start some fights. You hear me? You throw.
Wow.
Hey, like people fight now, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't do no fighting. I don't do any fighting.
You don't do any fighting. That's good.
No, I'm not fighting type.
So with the single that you have out, so you heard earlier when I was speaking with Melvin about his singing. Isn't that is so like wow that his single is called Watch Me Win.
Yeah, I met Melvin a couple of years ago.
Okay. Yeah. I think you said in the studio.
Yeah.
Wow. And then your single is called Begin Again.
My single is called Keep Winning.
Keep Winning.
My single is called Begin Again, but it's on the Keep Winning album that I'm going to
keep. Right.
Yes.
So tell us about the single. Did you write it? I mean, what were you thinking about when you was doing it?
So I wrote Begin Again. So Begin Again is a song basically of faith, hope, and inspiration. It challenges us to recognize the power that we have within us to get up, to dust ourselves off and begin again. It was birthed basically out of the experience of having to start over. Back in 2020, I lost my job. The school, I was working at a charter school, and the charter board decided to change the structure of the school. So I ended up losing my job as a principal of the school.
Wow. Yeah,
and so I had to start over. So it's basically a simple reminder that no matter where you find yourself in life, no matter the past mistakes, no matter the past failures, you can begin again.
That's right. The
Bible declares, listen now, I'm telling you something now. We about to go to church now. You ready?
Come on with it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Listen, I'm ready.
The Bible declares, like in 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. So the old is passed away. Behold, the new has come. And that simply means in Christ, you can begin again.
Right.
Our children to ride bikes, when we teach our children to do things, when they fail or fall off the first time, we encourage them to do it again, to get up, dust yourself off and start again. Right. And that's how we got to work ourselves in life. That's how we got to see things in life and what we go through, that we can begin again. It doesn't matter where you've been, what you've done, you can always come back and begin again.
Woo! That was I got two preachers on here today. I'm just like, wow, that was powerful. And Mark, if you're there, I want to let the viewers just listen to a little of the single. Do you mind if we do that? Listen to a little of the single. Y'all check this out. Make sure that you go out and buy the single. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can be brand new. Your heart can be mended. Your mind can be restored. And your life can be brand new. And that's the message I'm trying to encourage everybody with. Encourage the nation, encourage the world, encourage all the viewers out there. Listen, you can begin again. It doesn't matter where you began or what you've done. What you did yesterday doesn't even matter.
That's right.
New day. Begin again.
That's what
Listen, you better walk in your
love
begin again moment. You hear me? Walk in your begin again.
I love it. I love it. And that should encourage our viewers this afternoon just to begin again. You know, you can do it. I mean, if you fall and you don't know, you know, how you're going to get up, just get up.
Just get up.
Just get up. Oh my goodness.
Every moment we can begin again, man.
Oh, I'm just so excited that you were here with me. Please give love to your wife, Dr. Is it Janae?
Janae, Dr. Janae Avent Harris. Yes, I sure will tell her.
Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm going to actually, I want to bring Melvin back on because I want to talk to you guys both together for just a few minutes. But you are absolutely fabulous, Tevis. So, Melvin, did you hear all of that?
I did, man. Oh man, he has absolutely blessed me today, man.
What's up, Melvin?
What's up, brother?
Oh my goodness. You guys are amazing. And the thing about this, what they do not know is that you guys didn't know you was going to be on the show together. No. You didn't know about each other's single, you know, with the word winning. And that should encourage somebody today that you can win no matter what. You can win. Because these guys, they have really lifted up my spirits. I mean, I don't know if you can hear the excitement in my voice. I done set up in my seat. I'm about to take my glasses off. You know, if I had a praise break, it would be right here. You guys are amazing. Wow. So I want to ask you something, and I'm going to start with Tevis. I want to ask you something because we've been talking about winning. We've been talking about, you know, the music business, you know, your story. But I want you to tell the viewers something about yourself that they don't know. One of your hobbies or something that you like doing. What is it?
So something people don't know about me. Well, I like to play baseball, softball.
Okay.
So, you know, when you get older, you got to play softball. You don't play baseball. So back in the day, you know, I played baseball. But now I play softball. But I also like to dance. I love to dance.
Really?
Let us see it.
Yeah. I love to dance, man. Hey, look, I love the tear up a floor now. Listen, turn some music on. I'm ready to rock and roll.
That's all right.
Yeah, I love the dance.
What about you, Melvin? What is something that the viewers would love to know about you that they don't know?
Well, I don't dance. No, but you know what? I actually I have a organization that I started called No Bullies Allowed. I'm a big advocate for anti-bullying.
Wow.
I started this organization called No Bullies Allowed, man. I do anti-bullying rallies all over the country, you know, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And
so
awesome. I'm a big advocate for, you know, for trying to help to eradicate the bullying epidemic, man, because it's so many people being bullied, man, and not just kids, but adults too. Adults get bullied just as much as kids, you know, at work, at church, you know, everywhere, you know. So, you know, I'm a big advocate for, the bullying thing, you know. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's good. That's good. It was funny when he said church, I started laughing because my mind immediately went to the ushers. Sit down.
Oh yeah.
You can't sit here. Sit down somewhere. Yeah. But that's good. That's good. So we got bullying and soft, not baseball, but softball, right?
Don't forget the dancing part. Don't forget the dancing part.
Oh,
Oh
and
yeah.
the dancing part. That's right. The dancing part. Look, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say spiritual dancing. Let me put it like that. Because when you just say dancing, you know you don't know who listening. They
Yeah.
gonna take it out. So I
Yeah.
say
No, not on a
spiritual.
pole or anything like that. I love.
Oh yeah. They
Nah,
ain't twerking or nothing.
nah.
Spiritual.
But I
Spiritual
also
dancing.
like dancing with my wife. I
Yeah,
also do Zumba. I do Zumba. So like,
Wow.
and
that's good.
all the time.
Well,
So
that's good, and that's and and you guys are staying healthy. During this pandemic. So Tavis, tell us, where the viewers can find you. How they can contact you. All that information.
all right. So you can visit my website, and that's www.tevisharris.com. So again, that's www.tevisharris.com. You can also find me on Facebook in two places, facebook.com/th and favor. Or you can find me on my personal Facebook page, and that's facebook.com/Tevis.Harris, which is my name. You can also find me on Instagram at I am Tevis Harris. You can find me on Twitter at I am Tevis Harris. Clubhouse at I am Tevis Harris. I know y'all are Android users, so y'all can get on Clubhouse.
You right.
But listen, you can find me. I am Tevis Harris. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse. I am Tevis Harris, and on Facebook at Tevis.Harris, or my name Tevis Harris. And my website is www.tevisharris.com.
Awesome. And just for the viewers, just to let you know, we was discussing this backstage earlier about the Clubhouse and the iPhone and the Android. So Tevis tells me and Melvin that he don't want to talk to us anymore because we don't have an iPhone.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
He's like, I don't even want to talk to y'all
That's
anymore.
cool.
Yeah. But listen, they also can find my music on all digital platforms, all digital outlets. Again, Tevis Harris and Favor is my group. Shout out to Favor. I love you guys. Shout out to Reese Rogers. Shout out to Mark Green. Shout out to Benita. Shout out to my aunt. My aunt Wanda is featured on this song, and she's an incredible singer. So shout out to Aunt Wanda, and you're going to be hearing more from her in the upcoming future. But shout out to my Aunt Wanda. Shout out to Favor. Shout out to Reese Rogers again. Shout out to Ron Edge. All of my friends, anyone who has helped me in any way. I want to shout out Ray Braswell. His studio with me. Anybody who's helped me in any way. And shout out to my wife. My wife has been super supportive. She prayed for me the nights in the studio for long periods of time. And we'll get home like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife held the family down. So I just love her and I appreciate her. And I thank her. I always tell her she's the executive producer of everything. I got to keep the house happy. So, but I want to shout her out and shout out to all those people who've just been so helpful and so kind and and also I got to shout out God. He's been gracious and kind to me and my family, and I thank him and I owe him my life, and I promise to give him everything that I have, and I want this music to serve the world. So go get it, go download it, go play it. All the radio stations out there, I want to be in heavy rotation.
Put that plug in.
Listen, shout out to the radio stations who play my music. I really appreciate you. And also I want to shout out to my team, my management team. You know who you are, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for this moment and hour.
Awesome. Thank you. And just before I let you have your final words, Melvin, and just to tell about where they can find your music, we have someone in the chat room saying, now, isn't that a form of bullying, not talking to people like myself and Melvin that do not have iPhones?
See, you see what I'm saying?
I just had to say that. I just had to say that because that was in the chat room. But Melvin, tell the viewers how they can find you and any final last words that you want to say.
Okay, first of all, Tevis, you sound like a teacher, man.
Don't
you speak so well. Like, it's so clear. You so much clarity. Like, oh man. But anyway, yeah, you can definitely find me. My website is www.melvingriffinmusic.com. So it's www.melvingriffinmusic.com. You can find me on Facebook and on IG at I am Melvin Griffin. You can find me on Twitter, and I'm Melvin Griffin. You can find me if you ever in the Raleigh area, and it's a Sunday or a Tuesday, and you want to come to a church, you can come to Crown Ministries where I do. I am the praise worship leader there, and we get it in. You can
Yes.
you can just connect with me in any way, man. Any way you can. And one thing that you said, Tevis, man, that was very, very true is, you talked about your wife, man. When you have people don't understand how much this business can take a toll on.
Absolutely.
All the hard work and all the hours that you spend away from your family. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a lot of glitter and glitz are from the outside looking in, but people don't really know. If you don't have someone that's really in your corner,
that's right.
You won't be married in the industry. Because it's a lot of hours spent, being away from your family. When you're traveling, when you have shows, and you're not able to, to be with your family all the time.
Right.
So having an awesome spouse that supports you and does everything that they can to help you to get to where you want to be. Man,
yes, sir.
That's a virtue. And I shout out my wife, man, Vita. She is awesome. She has had my back from day one. And it's just a pleasure to have an awesome spouse, man. That's in your corner.
That's it, bro.
Because everybody that's on your team ain't in your corner.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's real.
That's right.
So, and you got to figure that out quick. You got to figure that out quick.
You got to figure it out, bro.
You got to figure it out quick.
I shout out to all the people that helped me, man. Matter of fact, Tevis and I, man, we had a mutual friend that he passed, a producer friend of ours, Derek Adams, man. And having a great team, man, having people that believe in what you're doing is great too. You know what I'm saying? That makes everything work a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I shout out to you, Coco, man, because
Coco,
you're awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
you. You have come to our church on a numerous occasions and just lit it up. You know what I'm saying? So, I was gonna ask you to sing a note, but I
and I think we got somebody on here to sing something. And who is this with us right now? This is who? Dr. Eric Kelly, the producer for the show. Welcome, Dr. Kelly. We can. I think you're on mute. There we go.
I just wanted to come on and tell you guys that y'all did a phenomenal job. Sometimes I watch the host, and I keep telling Coco that we're going to start giving out television shows to people who can really make it happen. And both of you guys, especially Tevis was a live wire. I was in here cracking up. Look, I'm a choir dude too. I want the choir. I want the choir, man. I want the choir.
They keep sticking these praise teams up there, man. I need the choir.
Wait, ain't nothing wrong with the praise team.
There's nothing at all wrong with the praise team.
No indictment. Okay, but there's something about a church choir.
That's right. I didn't want the soloist. I enjoy the soloist, but the choir is great. But guys, I want to say to you, thank you so very much for being here today, and we look forward to having y'all on again. And like I told Coco, we're just working in the background. She's going to create a whole channel of gospel artists so that they can get their voices out, because what's going on in the world today. People's voices are not heard. And when we listen to you two phenomenal men, it's always great to get the men to at least step up, because we get the women, they do their thing, but a lot of times people don't see the men doing what they do. So I want to say thank you very much. I'm not going to be able to. I know you got 4 more minutes, but I did promise that I would come on. And Tevis, I have seen you sing, so don't try me. Don't try me. So, guys, I want to thank you for being on the show. And I know Coco got all your information, and we're definitely going to get back to both of you guys, okay?
Thank you so much. We appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Kelly. That was, again, Dr. Kelly, the producer of the show. Guys, this has been, I do not even want to end the broadcast because I've had such a phenomenal time with you. Just the laugh.
This has been fun.
Yeah. And then what you shared to the audience, I know that there's someone out there that needed to hear the message that you sent today. So again, for everybody out there, keep pushing them. Let's thank our guests, Tevis Harris and Melvin Griffin. Thank you so much, guys.
Shout out Melvin.
And we definitely, like Eric said, we're definitely going to have you back on the show really soon. Make sure you guys go out and support them. Their single is out on all of the digital networks, and it's called Winning. I mean, both of them have winning in it. So that should, give you a message right there that I really need to go out and support these young men, because one day you will want someone to support you. So thank you so much again for everyone joining. Thank you to Mr. Mark Lee, the technical producer, and Dr. Eric Kelly, the producer of the show. Thank you so much for even allowing me this opportunity and platform to share with the audience. Next week, we would not be scheduled for next Thursday, but we will be on for February the 28th. That is on a Sunday at 6 p.m. And we are going to have the Coco Puffs on the show. Who are the Coco Puffs? These are 3 young ladies that used to sing background for me. Dr. Tiffany Bennett Cornelius, Juanita Williams, Clarice Gerald, and also India Williams. My 4 girls, they are absolutely amazing, and they're all doing their thing right now. So I want to share that with you. So again, thank you so much for watching the show. We want you to be blessed. We want you to know that we want you to keep winning. No matter what you do, no matter how hard it seems, just know that God is with you. You have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. So that is my challenge to you today. Just trust in God and keep winning. I do see Dr. Kelly that's back on with us. You have some final words you would like to say, Dr. Kelly?
Yes, I'd like to say you did a phenomenal job. And you will be on next Thursday. You will be on your regular time next Thursday. Just wanted to make sure before you got out here, because I know you said to your audience that you wouldn't be here. And I'm sure that they're sitting there, thinking about each time that you come on. And
so I am? Okay, good. Yay.
You are on next Thursday at your regular scheduled time. We worked it out. We worked it out with the scheduling people because they said that you were doing such a great job. They wanted you back, and they want you to be consistent. And so we will see you next week. Yes. And as I continue to say, what you're looking for is looking for you. And we will definitely be looking for you next week. And you can go ahead and close them out, say a couple of things, and close them on out, okay? Bye-bye until next week.
Thanks again for watching, everyone. Make sure you like the broadcast and share it with your friends. It's some very powerful information that we discussed tonight that I know that's going to help you. Keep winning, keep fighting, keep pushing, and know that the best is yet to come. God bless you.